Okay.
Now you can see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our last final of the day. It's visual impaired standing final. This is first time final in word shooting parasport, and now my colleague Farrell will say something about this final.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we have a VI, a visual impaired final competition here in Châteauroux. This is the first final in standing position. This event has been reviewed the last 2 years, and this is the result. New equipment, new aiming devices, and we started this day with 18 athletes during the qualification.
Yes, here we have some results, and I must admit I was quite impressed with the scores they shot. So, after the qualification, the winner was Rushkevich with 543.5. Second place was Moskal with 542.4, and third was Waples with 533.1. Quite high score, because you must know, these shooters cannot see, and they are shooting only with the help of sound.
Yes, if you take a good look at the rifles, on top of the rifle you see an aiming device. This aiming device produces a sound. And to give you an impression how does it work, the target consists of circles. The 10 is one dot, and the 9 is a circle, the 8 is a little bit bigger circle, 7, etc. The athlete hears a sound compared to the score he is aiming at. So if he hears an 8, he can hear an 8 360 degrees around the optimum target, the 10.9. It's up to the athlete to start aiming, and it looks like they're making small crosses to find the highest stone during the aiming cycle. If they reach the highest stone, then they pull the trigger. Maybe we can experience this during this final, that you can see that they move the rifle more than what you have seen in R2 or R1 during this competition.
Yes, now we can see as the shooter is moving the rifle, he's searching for the signal.
Yeah, the signal is given actually by an infrared LED. So it doesn't disturb the audience. If we have a picture of the target, then you will notice that there is a small green LED, which gives an indication for the jury members that the system is working okay. Here we have a better view. You see on top of the rifle, you see this device. You see where the cheekpiece is. There you see the battery, power bank, and they have a headset to hear the sound.
Yes, it's very interesting fact that they are able to shoot so high score without visual contact with the target, only hearing the sounds. But we can see also we have loaders on the range. These are the shooter's helpers who helps them to direct them to the target, because if they could also easily catch the signal for the neighbor's target, so they have to be careful that they are pointing into the right direction. That's why the loaders, the helpers, are there just to put them margin where they should be.
Right, that's correct. So they only help to be sure that they understand where their target is, but then they step back 1 meter and leave the athlete alone doing their shooting cycle. If I go back in time, 2 years ago, they were still shooting with equipment and aiming at a pistol target. Now with these new systems, they make a big improvement, and they're able to compete on a rifle target, which is much smaller than a pistol target.
Yes, now the shooters are going into the sighting series. We can see the juries are checking them, and they will have sighting of 5 minutes like in all other disciplines. So you can see the shooters now preparing for their sighting, the safety flag is off, and they are ready to start shooting. They have also just 5 minutes to set themselves up. So it is quite heavy task for them to zero them for that. And also, all the noise in the finals hall is some kind of disturbance for them, because they have just to rely on their ear sets to have their sights, minds and body set off on the target.
Right, you can see the concentration on the face, listening to the sound and aiming at the same time. Okay. There are different type of aiming devices you see. They're all approved by WSPS.
Yes, so we have a few different types of the equipment they use.
Yes, we have different types. Here you can see the first scores. The equipment is accurate enough to be able to shoot 10.0, or they can shoot at 10.9
Yes.
if they want.
Yeah, we have watched them shooting prone, and the prone shooting is very, very high results. Standing is a bit more challenging because of the position, because of the movement of the body and relying, and then you have to incorporate the ears, the sound and body and the rifle into the same position, but also quite high scores for them.
Yes, now you have a good view from the front. You can see the vision from the athlete is blocked by the loading device, by the aiming device, and so they cannot look over the rifle as a normal athlete would do.
Yeah.
Even they close their eyes if they want to get a better attention to the sound differences they hear in their headset.
Yes. So it's really interesting discipline, and it's quite a big challenge for us who can visualize our world to the outside with our eyes, how they cope and manage to do this. So I will say my head down for those shooters.
Yes, it's really impressive what they're achieving here. They're preparing them for the finals, the 2-time 5-shot series, and then they go on to the single shot for the first elimination round. You see the assistant give him a signal that is giving the score and the location of the shot, because they cannot see the result on the monitor. So the assistant is allowed to give them information about where they hit the target.
Yes. And we can see also how the tension is building in the loader's eyes, because sometimes loaders have more pressure than the shooters.
Oh, definitely, they are nervous too, because actually it's a team up there.
Yes.
When you're on the firing line, you're a team. The assistant can have some influence on the athletes'
Yes,
results.
they should work together, because without both of the team getting work together, being attached and know each other well, they would not be able to shoot.
Yes, to give you an impression, in the able body R1 and R2 events, the maximum weight of the rifle is 5.5. They have the same requirements. You see the diopter and the aiming, the original aiming devices have been removed and replaced by this special device.
So we have 2 more minutes, and after 2 minutes we will connect directly to the Facebook again. So we will come back in 1740. Until then, we will let you just to visualize efforts from these athletes shooting their sighting series.
Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in the VI standing discipline final. It's first time VS World Shooting Parasport Federation final for visually impaired shooting standing position. This is Robert and this is
Farrell Van Hoeven.
And now we'll start with the finals for the visually impaired. We will start with presentations of our athlete in few seconds. So, on the firing position A is
Kurt Martinisch from Austria.
yes. He's pensionist and his success is 3 times European champion and 3 times world champion
Yes, in IPSA.
in IPSA.
Yeah.
So he has quite a good experience in VI shooting, but we will see what will be the result of this final for him.
Yes. So now we have Stefan Kopčík. He's from
Slovakia.
Yeah.
He's also pensioner. He's world champion in 2006 in IPC and
2008 in IPSA.
IPSA, yes. Also very experienced shooter.
And in position 3 we have Barbara Moskal from Poland.
Yes, she's one of the youngest, I think, in this final. I think she won the prone position, or she got a medal in prone position
Yes.
this week, so she's in the form, and she wants to get one more medal.
Okay, in the next position we have Claudia Kunz Inderkumen from Switzerland.
Yeah, she's home near Zurich. She's housewife and a mother, and her best success was in prone shooting 593.7, and standing her record was 512.1. So today she overreached her record for 20 points, even more. She shot today 529.
Yes, and the next athlete is coming from Poland, Violeta Zarzeka.
So she works in the office, and she's also quite experienced shooter. She has some international success also.
In the World Championships in Poland.
Yes. So we have quite a few Polish shooters here. It's popular discipline in Poland.
Yes, here we have our shooter from Great Britain, Michael Webbles.
He's the youngest of the main shooters here, and unfortunately we don't have any additional data we can tell about him.
But he is definitely the youngest athlete here.
Yeah. Then we're going to Spain.
Yes, Agar Sola Berrieta.
Yes, she was 4th in Hanover International Open in 2018. Okay. Yes, he was 4th in International Hanover, and he likes special jokes. One of his famous is, "I don't see the future very clearly."
He makes jokes about his impairment, yes.
And on the position 8 from the
Yeah,
Poland,
we have Krzysztof Żurwicki.
yes, he has first place in the World Championship in Poland, and he works in office, and his hobbies are books. So, after 2 minutes, we will start with the competition, and we will have first VI final on TV now.
Yes, it's great. So now they gonna go back to their positions, prepare themselves, and then we will start with the final.
Yeah. So we will see now when their assistants will help them set them again up, because they have to find the direction and set them to the right direction. In 2 minutes they have to prepare themselves, their body and their mind, and start relying on their ears only. because
Right.
the sound is only thing they can see now, and this will be the challenge for them.
Yes. So now they install the headsets again, and I'm pretty sure they start aiming to be sure that they can hear the signal. Some are very experienced, they're very quick in getting
Yes.
ready.
Yes.
That gives them a little bit more time in their preparation.
Yes, it's very important you had the right signal, and also it's very important that all the equipment is working without any doubts in its work.
Right.
So, a few more seconds and we'll be off. And we can see also the tension on the loaders is growing. You can see the nerves are there.
Yeah, definitely. They are very critical in giving the basic direction
Yeah.
of the target, but then the athlete is on his own. He or only hear the signal, and actually they're making small crosses to find the highest sound. And if they are well trained, they can pull the trigger at that point in time
Yeah.
when they hear exactly the highest sound.
Yes, but imagine being the loader behind. You are part of the team and you only can watch. You cannot help him in any way, but you're connected to your team member, and I imagine maybe it's even harder for the loaders to be in that competition because they are involved, but they cannot interfere, they cannot help, they're just there.
Right.
So, just a little bit, and we will start with first 5-shot series. Let us remind you that all the timings and everything else in this final is same like for other disciplines. There is no advantage, there is no more time for them. Everything is the same as in normal disciplines.
Okay, the zero is giving the command load.
And they will start.
They will start with their first 5-shot series.
So we will see who will start the first and who will start the best in first series. I think we can expect results about 90, 92 average in the 5.
Yeah, but I expect they are now more willing to win compared to the qualification. That's a different strategy. You want to end up in the final. Then we start at 0 again. So what happens in the final is really now.
Yes.
And we see the first results coming. And the highest score up to now is a 9.6.
Yeah, and again 9.2. Waples from Great Britain, the young one.
Now, if you look into the qualification score, the average score of the top 3 is around 9.0. So if athletes are able to score higher than a 9.0 during this final, they are the top athletes.
Yes. So Waples, it's now over the 9, and Moscow is coming close to that.
Yes.
9.8, the best shot until now is from Moscow.
Yeah, Kopchik is having a slight difference. He is distracted somehow. It was a 6, now a 5.3.
Yes.
Hope
And
he will come back.
Ruskiewicz 10.0.
We
First
have-
10 is this final.
Yes, that's great. That's a great score if you can do that in this final.
Yeah, it's really nice
Because
shot.
for all these athletes, this is the first WSPS World Cup final ever.
Yes. And also, I think it's the first final on the live stream also, so we must thank World Shoot Parasport for letting us to put these shooters to the audience outside all over the world.
This is unique for Châteauroux.
Yes. Thanks to the organizing committee, they have done really magnificent
Moscow
job.
shoot a 10.5, you see?
Yeah,
They're getting better.
yeah. Moscow is really also the nice average, nice group. I think even some junior shooters in smaller clubs will be satisfied with this kind of group.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Martins is still a little bit out. Kopchik is now Again,
Yeah,
I think he has the pressure. He can feel the pressure because
right.
he's running quite around the target.
Yes. You see, Mappels is moving very slow to his target. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
coming horizontal and now he's gonna looking for the
Yeah.
target.
Yeah.
But he's only practicing because he's
Yes.
already finished his 5
Mhm.
shots. But look at the concentration on his face. He's totally
Yeah.
Concentrate,
Focused.
focused.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is the end of first series, and now we'll see the scores. And Moscow is in the lead with 47.8, which is really high score for
Yes.
visually impaired in standing position. Second place is Vaples with 46.0.
Yeah, he also shot a 10.7.
Yes, he also shot 10.7.
That's great.
And third place is Hrushevich from Poland with 42.0. And then also the others are quite close. Jarechka, Solabrieta are 41.9, 41.8. And then we have Martinic, Kopchik and Kunz, which are a little bit more behind.
Yes. So now we are waiting for the command for the next 5-shot series, 250 seconds.
Yes.
And in these 250 seconds, they have to find the right tone to be sure that they are in the center of the target.
Yes, yeah. Now we have the start of the second series.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, they immediately get into position and they're looking for the signal.
Yeah, now we are with Barbara Moskal from Poland. She's current leader.
There's almost no movement. That's
Yes.
really.
She really has a good position. When she lets the rifle into her body, she is in the target. So she really have a good sense of the rifle, of the target, of the everything.
You see, Michael is
Yeah,
stepping up, 9.9.
9.9.
He's relaxed but very concentrated.
Yeah. But Rashkevich had 4.0. I think also the pressure of the final is getting more to them than to the normal seeing shooters, because it is higher pressure, I think, especially being first time doing that. You cannot train the pressure at your club or at home,
No.
and it's completely different situation now with them.
Right, you need to practice this a lot before you really have, you're able to hit the target with this kind of score.
Yeah. So
And they have to rely on what they hear.
yeah, and Moscow 10.2. She's really also very centered.
Right.
Moscow and Vaples are really in tight group, having real good feeling of this final.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit above the rest.
Yes.
But at the end of these 5 shots, we know how we start the
Yeah.
single shots and the elimination rounds.
Yes. And it's long way to the end of the final, so they will have to prove a lot of it. We could see signals from the loader that he must continue.
Right, unfortunately we didn't have a picture of the target, but on the target below the center of the target there's a small LED that gives a signal which the aiming device is picked up, so that's why they can aim. That's actually the only reference point they have.
Yeah. See, the loader says the direction for the shooter, and he leaves the
Release,
shooter. Yep. And now the shooter is alone. He, rifle, and his ears. So we are very sorry, but we would like to. It is like beeping sound in their ears. So when they hear the highest beep, they are in the center of the target.
They are definitely in the center of the target. And you can even, if you want to, you can adjust the equipment this way that you can hear the difference between a 10.0 and a 10.9. Yeah, because that area is only 1 millimeter difference. So then you understand how accurate they must aim to hear that difference.
Yes.
I think we're almost finished.
Yeah,
With the second
Roskevich, I
series.
think, has one more shot. No, we are finished. So it's end of second 5-shot series, and now they will continue with single shots. But before that, we will see the scores after the 10 shots they have made in this final.
So now the 0 will change to the single shots.
And we have the leader is Barbara Moskal with 94.9. On the second place, Waples Michael with 91.9. Third place, Zarechka Violeta with 86.8. And now we'll continue with single shots, and after the shot number 12 we will have the 8th positioned athlete eliminated, and we'll continue with that every 2 shots. We can see something is happening on the range.
Well, it probably has to do with the position of Claudia.
Okay.
The way she's aiming, she's not using the chickpeas during aiming, which is actually the intent of rifle shooting.
Yeah. So we will be with Claudia now.
You see, she holds the rifle.
Yeah.
She shoulder the right way, but the rifle is
Yes.
really low.
It's a bit different approach to the shooting. It is hard to see from this point of view if is she crossing the half of the chest line or not, and also
Oh, look at this curve
yeah,
from Moscow. Very good.
yeah, this was first 5 shots, and yeah, the last one was 8.8, yeah. But look, 10.2, 10.0. She's really on the move, and she's really in the shape.
Yes, they can hit the target.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. Michael is waiting for the next command.
Yes, no, this is stop.
Stop.
So we will see who is in the danger zone now. So we need some scores, please. So the danger zone is Kopchik and Martinish. Difference between them is 2.7. So Kopchik is 2.7 in front of Martinish.
Yes, but you see that Kurt made a big mistake.
Yes. So next shot will decide who will take the 8th place. See the signaling?
Load given. They close the rifle. And after start, they start aiming. Kurt really needs the area to find the right tone. And if he finds it, then you see he stops moving. He's checking.
Okay, he scored 7.
Oh, if it would be possible to hear the heartbeat, then you really will notice that heartbeat is going up.
So with pretty good last shot, 7.8, but it was not enough. So 8th place goes to Kurt Martinish, representing Austria.
Yes, he is eliminated only by 0.2 points.
Yes, but Moscow is still in the lead. She has a lead of 4.5.
4.5. She's getting away from the second.
From the second place, yes. But there's still a long way to go. This will be shot number 13.
You can see the athletes are really listening to the command of the CRO, waiting for the next load command.
So here we have also the difference, because if they isolate them too much from the spectators area, they will not hear the commands, and they don't hear so good tones from their hearing devices about their aiming. So they really has to find really good compromise between that.
Right. Okay.
Wapel's second position.
You see what he's really using the rest position of the rifle. He's going almost horizontal.
Yes, and this also means that he has quite stable stand. He has direction immediately when he takes the rifle to his hand.
Right. Stefan, He's really concentrating.
I will see. He scored 5.3 in that shot. He's not quite satisfied. He's showing something to his ears.
Yes. He's complaining, I think maybe complaining about
The noise.
the noise. Yeah, the audience doesn't need to be quiet.
Some penalty from the jury. I have seen jury with a card outside, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we'll see what happened. I didn't.
Oh, Mr. Kopchik he had a rifle on the stand and he didn't hold it with his hands. And regarding our rules,
Safety violation. Yep.
It is disqualification.
Right. There's no doubt about that. Okay.
So we are left with one more athlete in this final. So we will not have the next athlete eliminated.
No, but a violation has nothing to do with elimination.
Yes, but we have one athlete less in the final, so the elimination will go higher, probably.
Right. Yes. So we will wait for the next command of the CRO.
Yes.
We have a nice overview of all the different rifles.
All the different rifles and devices.
So some have a closed headset, some have only an earplug, depends what they're used to.
Yeah. And we must say that all visually impaired people normally has much better hearing capabilities than us, so probably their recognition of the signals and the sounds and surrounding around us is totally different than ours.
Yes, I know. I have tried all these systems personally, and yeah, it's very difficult to hear the different tones. But after a while, if you get used to it, and then you can really aim.
You can see some of the shooters are quite fast, some of them are slower.
So you hear 10. That gives the signal that there is 10 seconds left from this shooting period of 50 seconds. And as an athlete, you need to realize that 10 is a very short time. You need to act.
Yeah. So Moscow is still in the lead. She has 131.0. Second place is Waples on 126.5. So 4.5 still between two of them. And then we have sixth place is Kunz, Claudia, and fifth place is Zarechka. So they will be there fighting for the next position.
Yes. So we have still 6 athletes on the line. Let's see what's going to happen with these final shots. Claudia needs to do something, otherwise he is out.
Yeah.
The question is, was this enough?
I don't think so. She will have to try harder. So Gabriel, he's third. He shots quite good average.
Yes.
So okay. I think sixth place goes to Claudia Kunz. No, she's now on the sixth place. Sorry, we have a little bit of commotion. We don't see complete ranking of the athletes on our screen, so we apologize. Yeah. So there's one more shot for Claudia now to stay in this final. So and the difference is 3 point.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen, but she really needs to have a high score.
Yeah.
Because if you look to the average scores between 10 point and 7.
Yeah.
So 3 points is possible, but.
Yeah. but the Moscow and Vapors are in front of them, and the
Yes.
fight between two of them will probably be at the end the fight for the gold medal.
But you see, Raskiewicz is really growing. Yeah, his score is.
Yeah. He's getting
But-
used to this final probably. His mental strength is also growing. We have seen in the final before in the women's air pistol how the Italian shooter was gaining the score, and at the end she won. So we cannot say who will be the best at the end, but
Okay, this is pity 8.2. He realizes that
yeah.
it was not good, but
So Claudia gets a sixth place now. She has a score of 109.
the last shot was an 8.2.
She tried really hard, but it was not enough to stay in this final. So sixth place goes to her, and we have 5 more shooters
Yes.
until the end. So we're waiting for Claudia to leave the range.
Yes, if the range is clear, then the 0 will give the command for the next shot. The 5 athletes then go for the next evaluation round.
Yes. But you can see Waples being so focused.
Yes, he's standing like a rock,
standing,
huh?
Yes, focused,
Right.
cool, and really when you watch him shoot, he shoots really fast, and he doesn't need a long time to search his target. So it's really amazing experience. Just watch them shoot and see the scores they can achieve.
Right, let's see what's going on right now. The command is given, and
Okay.
they are
Very
concentrated.
fast shot. Waples is normally the first one, then Solbar. 8.8 for Moscow 8.6, so they are somewhere in the 8 now. Ruskiewicz 8.9 on the firing position H. So after next shot, we will see who will take the 5th place home. And Zarechka Violeta is now currently on 5th place, and she is 4.3 points behind Slabrieta Ager from Spain. So one more shot and we'll have the 5th place in
Yes.
this final.
But I think Ager realized that if he doesn't make a mistake, it's possible that he will be out.
Yes.
Let's see what's going to happen in the next shot.
And here is our leader, Barbara Moskal. She also
9.0 at this point in time. I think
Yeah.
that's a very good score. Waples 9.3.
Yeah. Zaretska 9.0. So we are waiting for the Spanish shooter Solabrieta to shot his shot. Can we see the 5.1? So I think it was just enough for him to stay in this final. But we have to wait for the confirmation. Okay, Zarzeka Violeta gets the 5th place. She had a really good shot at the end, but it was not enough. I think it was just a little bit behind.
Yeah, it's always a pity if you are eliminated, but if you end up at number 5 in this final, I think you have achieved a great.
Yes. I think the next elimination is the hardest, like we spoke before, because you're deciding or you get the medal or you have the 4th place in the World Cup. So the next 2 shots will be deciding. Hello.
Yeah, it will be critical for who will be in the medal final.
Yes.
So we have 4 athletes. The 2 next shots are very critical. Who's going to be in this final in the medal area? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are with Vaples. Look at his techniques. He's done it almost to the perfection.
Right.
Look, really gentle moves. He's in the target all the time. Really small movement of the rifle. And 9.1.
9.1 at this stage is
Yes.
still
Yeah.
a good
But
score.
I think Spanish shooter is now in trouble. Moscow is 8.5 also. She's lowering her score easily. I think this final is getting her tension. She's not satisfied with the score.
Well, look at her face and her reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Labrieta is now 6.5 behind. No more, 8.5. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
So he will get the fourth place, except something really unexpected happened. But it is visual impaired shooting, so somebody can make mistake much more easier than in normal competition with air rifle or with or air pistol, because it's really hard.
No, but
to
it
achieve
is
this.
hard if you have a low score during this final. But I expect they will have the next year very high score, because this is the critical one. Do I end up in a medal or not? Let's
Yes.
watch.
Okay, Moscow, current leader here. Look, she also has very small and 8.6. She's now in eights all the time. She has strong eight.
But Michael Weber stays in the 9.
9, yeah. And I think they will be close now. We'll see the scores after this shot.
Every shot he adds
Yeah.
0.5.
This is Ruskiewicz from Poland now in our screens. We can see him searching for the target, searching for the good tone. I think it's second time he waits a long, but he shots a 10. Really good shot from Ruskiewicz. Really good 10 from him. So fourth place to
Pain.
Agres
Okay,
Labrieta.
so that means we have 2 athletes from Poland in the
Yes.
medal final.
and Great Britain there. So when we see the score table now, we will see who will take the medal. Moscow is still in the lead. Her lead is 4.1, and second place is Vaples, and then it's Ruskiewicz.
So who is going to win the bronze medal?
Yeah, 2 more shots to decide who will stay in this final and who will win the bronze medal.
Who has the strongest nerves and is able to keep the quality they're
Yes,
shooting right now?
we'll see if the Moscow will stay on her tactics
Yeah.
to remain high eights and to be on the safe side, or she will try to do the best. What will happen now?
Right.
So now
So
we
now the
can
clapping starts again. That will
that will
distract.
pretty much for them, because they have problems when then hearing the tone. So we can see they are showing that to stop clapping so they can hear the tones better.
Yes.
Okay, Vapors very fast,
Oh,
9.8, but Moscow
Oh,
10.2.
wow, that's great. The great
Yeah,
score in this
yeah.
final.
The Ruskiewicz, he is the longest shooting.
But we
of
saw
them,
he
yeah.
can shoot the 10. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Oh, 6.9.
6.9.
But we could see the rifle when he triggered.
Yes.
The barrel moved.
Yes. Now that sometimes they make this mistake because they hear this high tone very short and
Yeah,
they
and
think,
they-
oh,
yeah.
during the movement I can pull the trigger, but that's a risk they take. But I think the top 2 really are
Yeah, top 2 are
Very
in the
close during the
4.5,
fight.
and Ruskiewicz is now in first place, and he cannot reach the silver medal anymore. So
No.
he will won after this shot. He will won the bronze medal, and
That's
I think he will be quite happy with it.
So now we're going to see what Michael is going to do. Does he aim for the 10.9? So then he can get closer to the number 1. But
Yes.
he really needs now a high 10.
But I think they all want a gold medal now, so they will all try their best because they have nothing to lose. It's 3 more shots, so he must take all the chances, I think, to win this medal. And Moscow here, she shoots quite fast. She and Vapos are among the fastest shooters in this final, but we can see her movement is more energetic, and Vapos with good 9. But
Michael Webler's
yeah,
9.1.
Ruskiewicz
Yeah,
6.4, but
he's too nervous now.
and Moscow
Oh, here the nerve.
8.3.
Okay, so that's
0.8 difference now, and 2 more shots to go. So, Ruskiewicz Krzysztof from Poland takes bronze medal in this VI standing final.
really a good score, a good result.
And now we have only 2 of them. It's Barbara Moskal from Poland and Waples Michael from Great Britain. We can see Barbara. She looks a little bit nervous. She knows she has only 2 more shots. She can hear the comments from the
Yes.
announcer in the final hall. So,
Looks, he's looking at the opponent.
yeah. But Waples is very calm. He's in his very cool, calm position, and 2 more shots to go. But unfortunately, we cannot see the difference between them.
Okay, now it's critical.
Shot number 23. Moskal 8.2. But she's staying in her 8 point something shots.
Right, but now we can see if Michael gets closer to. Yes,
Michael
definitely.
Pitt. Yes,
Oh.
now, and now they are close.
Now they're close. Now the last shot is really critical. Who is
Yes.
going to win the gold? Who's going to win
Yes.
the silver?
We want to know what is the difference between them.
I think.
We ask
1
our
point.
director, please show us the score table. Yes, it is Moskal with 208.4 and 206.3. So 2.1 difference between them, and we have 1 more shot. So he needs
everything
good 10.
Everything is possible right
Yes.
now.
Okay, the last shot, 2.3 difference between them.
Right. Let's see what's happening.
Moskal,
Oh,
7.9.
it is possible. It is possible.
Yes. He needs 10.2, 10.3.
Can he do it?
He's
We
waiting
wait.
for the tone. Oh, 7.7.
7.7.
So the winner is Barbara Moskal representing Poland. And second place goes to Waples Michael representing Great Britain.
Yeah, it was a very good final. Very impressive how good score they
Yes,
have
we have
shown.
a really high score from both of the shooters. So we thank all the audience watching us, and also maybe some of them are just hearing us in this final.
Yes, I hope everybody enjoys this final, and it was really impressive what they have shown us.
So thank you very much for watching us, but see you in Saturday at 13:15 with our free final. This was Robert and this was
Farrell,
goodbye.
bye bye.